get on that? I had one.
A plane has crashed into the side of the World Trade Center. Details at this hour, very sketchy. At 8:51, that is the time right now, just a few moments ago, allegedly a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't have any reports of what type of plane, what perhaps the carrier was, how many injuries are there right now. Police and fire units are being dispatched to the scene as we speak. Again, very little known. We are taking live pictures. You're looking at it before fire and police personnel have even arrived at the scene. The smoke, as you can see, billowing over Manhattan. The World Trade Center, of course, the scene of a bombing several years back, of course, that made news. And when this first came up, folks thought that might have been what happened. But again, we're being told right now that a plane has crashed into the side of the World Trade Center. Again, these are only sketchy details. We'll just stay with pictures. News Chopper 7. I believe John Del Giorno is in the air. John, if you can hear me, what do you see up there? Okay, so John's not with us at this moment, but what we can see is smoke billowing out of all three sides. It looks like the left side of your picture right there is perhaps, we are only speculating now, as no facts have come in, that perhaps that is where the plane may have struck the building. Again, smoke pouring from one of the twin towers of the World Trade Center. Right now, fire personnel, we're being told, arriving on the scene as we speak. This happened about 8:48 a.m. is when news first came of it. Associated Press is reporting very little more than that. We do have an eyewitness who is joining us on the phone. Sir or ma'am, just say your name and tell us what you saw there.
Am I still connected?
Winston, this would support probably what Libby and you both said, that perhaps the fuselage was in the building that would cause a second explosion such as that.
Well, that's what just happened then.
That certainly.
Yeah, people are running up.
We are getting word that perhaps.
Okay, hold on. The people here are, everybody's panicking.
All right, Winston, Winston, let me put Winston on hold for just a moment.
Okay, I don't know how much longer we're staying. I'm inside of a diner right now.
Well, Winston, you know what? If you could give us a call back, I just don't want to panic here on the air. Let's just take some of our pictures from News Chopper 7. Now, one of our producers said perhaps a second plane was involved, and let's not even speculate to that point, but at least put it out there that perhaps that may have happened. The second explosion would certainly back the theory from a couple of eyewitnesses that the plane fuselage perhaps stayed in those upper buildings.
Gotta move back. You with me, John? I don't know.
What's happening?
Just a regular explosion!
Let's just get back. Get back. You with me, Don?
I just think there's going to be another explosion. Frank?
There might be another plane coming.
Move it! Come on! Move it back up!
two. Take two and two, one. This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the two towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
Get my back, get my back, get my back, get my back. Duck it. Anthony, you okay? Yeah.
Please. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Watch out, watch out.
I got it.
Saying is true.
Building completely down.
A situation that started bad just gets worse and worse and worse. The World Trade Center.
Was that so? Oh, both? Anthony, watch me.
My goodness, oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. It would appear that there has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. You are looking at a scene of apparent blast aftermath. There is smoke in the air over the Pentagon. We don't know whether this is the result of a bomb or whether it is yet another aircraft that has targeted a symbol of the United States power, but there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. This is coming at 9:43.
Good evening, Bill. We are officially in the tiny town of Stony Creek Township, Pennsylvania. That's just outside Shanksville, southeast of Pittsburgh. The FBI here at the crash scene will confirm only one thing, that there were 38 passengers and 7 crewmen aboard the United 757 when it crashed here in a field of an old strip mining area. Officials at this location have been reluctant to call it an act of terrorism until evidence is uncovered that actually indicates this. In the meantime, there are hundreds of state troopers and emergency personnel securing the crash site, calling it a crime scene in preparation of a federal investigation. Now, witnesses in the area said the plane hit the ground at a 45-degree angle, causing a tremendous explosion, rattling windows miles away from here. All that's left of the 757 appears to be small pieces of debris, raising concerns that the investigation here on the ground could be a long and difficult one. Of course, the search is on for the all-important black box, the flight recorder. There is also a great deal of interest in what could be another key piece of evidence if it proves to be authentic.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger.
Go, 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 go! Go, go! Push, push, push! Go! This is Tango 1. Moving to the roof as well.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. It was nearly 10 years ago that a bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on the American people in our history. The images of 9/11 are seared into our national memory. Hijacked planes cutting through a cloudless September sky, the Twin Towers collapsing to the ground, black smoke billowing up from the Pentagon, the wreckage of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where the actions of heroic citizens saved even more heartbreak and destruction. And yet we know that the worst images are those that were unseen to the world. The empty seat at the dinner table, children who were forced to grow up without their mother or their father, parents who would never know the feeling of their child's embrace, nearly 3,000 citizens taken from us, leaving a gaping hole in our hearts. On September 11th, 2001, in our time of grief, the American people came together. We offered our neighbors a hand, and we offered the wounded our blood. We reaffirmed our ties to each other and our love of community and country. On that day, no matter where we came from, what God we prayed to, or what race or ethnicity we were united as one American family. We were also united in our resolve to protect our nation and to bring those who committed this vicious attack to justice. We quickly learned that the 9/11 attacks were carried out by Al-Qaeda, an organization headed by Osama bin Laden, which had openly declared war on the United States and was committed to innocence in our country and around the globe. And so we went to war against Al-Qaeda to protect our citizens, our friends, and our allies.